Dude, you can't exit. Okay. I'm not gonna fall for the bait.
That, huh? Minecraft Twitter, what's up with that, huh? Wacky, goofy shit going on there. This is probably the millionth video talking about Minecraft stands on YouTube, but I wanted to kind of talk about something that just happened that's kind of got my ass greased up a little bit. I'll just break it all down for you, give you the full lore update, although I'm sure most of you know. On Twitter, one of the biggest, most toxic communities is the Minecraft stan community, with people that are extremely obsessed with Minecraft content creators on the internet. And this community eats itself alive.
I'm gonna say it. You guys, I think... Oh, I'm not gonna say it. Guys...
This shit is actual cannibalism. If you see a Minecraft stan on Twitter, just assume that they've tasted human flesh before. They're like little piranhas or catfish, just constantly eating shit for no reason. They just go out...
I think the Minecraft content creators, they're not really interesting. I think some of them might be, right? But in what I see from the content, they don't put out a lot of personality, and they're not very interesting. That's just what I think. But I think they're great, and they're lovely, and their stands. Much love, man. Love you guys, man. Much love.
As miserable as possible and find things to be upset about, and it's usually the things they love the most. They absolutely murder the content creators that they're obsessed with. If anything goes even slightly awry with the perfect image they have of their Minecraft YouTuber, they lose their fucking mind about it and go on absolute Twitter rampages and trend everything about it. So recently this happened with TommyInnit. TommyInnit, very popular Minecraft player.
Yeah,
he's a 17-year-old kid. And these bloodthirsty warriors on Twitter recently blasted him multiple times over the course of a couple days, and then he finally made an announcement saying that it's just been too much for his mental health and he's having to go to therapy now and doesn't really want to engage online anymore, which is pretty extreme considering he's a 17-year-old kid. So they successfully bullied a child.
Guys, because you can't really blame, I'm gonna be honest, at 17 like that, you can't even blame for much of anything, to be honest, unless it's like really bad. But
or nothing. With backlash like this, you would have expected it to be something extreme that caused it, like a video of Tommy slitting the throat of a puppy, or Tommy doing something crazy like saying he doesn't like BTS music. But it wasn't anything like that. He got all of this shit happening to him for a very lighthearted joke, which we'll get to in a minute. But I want to explain, he's not just going to like up and quit the internet as far as I know. It's just mainly targeted towards Twitter. He no longer wants to be there, which is completely understandable. Twitter is the most miserable place on the planet. It'd be more fun to live in an active war zone than it would be to spend an hour on Twitter. Truly vile garbage with absolute trash people on that platform. And I want to explain one more time just how ridiculous the Minecraft stands can be. There's entire pages dedicated to just keeping track of what Minecraft YouTubers are listening to on Spotify at all hours of the day. So when it gets to a song they like, they can make 50 tweets about how excited they are that their favorite Minecraft YouTuber is listening to it. It's extremely unhealthy. And then they'll turn around and go from this, the worship, to absolute hatred and vilifying them and calling their favorite Minecrafter a demon and a Satan.
They could weaponize this fact though. They could talk to each other off stream, and they could arrange to listen to the most bullshit dog shit music, right? And see what happens with that, man.
All kinds of reaction it causes, horrible titles that they'll just immediately snap onto them. Just absolutely wild stuff. It's extremely sad to see. One of the saddest things, though, in particular, and this doesn't really have anything to do with the current situation, for a while there was a trend among TommyInnit stans and Tubbo stans to sexualize both of them and make them have like romantic fanfic together, despite both of them being underage. So it's really bad stuff that has come from these stans. Of course, not all of them are like this, nor are they all horrible people or anything like that. I'm not trying to make just a pure generalization. But it has led to so many horrible things for the content creators and really Twitter as a whole. Pretty much anytime anything happens with a Minecrafter, it trends #1, blocking out actual important things in the world. So it really is truly just an overall detriment to have this level of celebrity worship be commonplace and normalized on Twitter. I really think parents need to do a better job of raising their children and monitor their online activities, because what's happening is these YouTubers are unintentionally raising a whole generation of kids.
You know what?
And if it's not the
I used to be against this take because I thought things would course correct, but it's actually the opposite. I was wrong. It doesn't course correct. It actually gets way more off track.
YouTubers doing it It's the children in the fandom raising other children on Twitter to join the fandom like a fucking cult. It's like Lord of the Flies shit with children raising each other, which is why you're having things like this happen. So let's get to the TommyInnit situation that brought all this up. And it really wasn't just like one thing in particular, but it really started when Tommy made a joke about JShclatt. The tweet's been deleted and I actually can't find a screenshot of it, but basically he replied to a tweet saying like, JShclatt's a bad guy, mockingly. And then...
Wait, what did he even say? Included a few JShclatt moments in this video. Do not know of his wrongdoings. Do they not know? I'm not happy.
To a tweet saying like, JShclatt's a bad guy, mockingly. And then the Minecraft stands got really upset about this, so they trended something called TommyNeg, meaning Tommy negative. So it was just them shitting all over Tommy to make it trend, so you could just see nothing but shit on Tommy, because they didn't like that he was making light about JShclatt. JShclatt is apparently a very problematic figure in the Minecraft community. I don't know what the fuck he did, but it sounds like he must have beat up everyone's dad and then fucked all of their moms in that community. They hate him. They have labeled him every awful thing that you can possibly think of, from a racist to a homophobe to a Nazi to a transphobe. Jesus. All of it has been slapped onto JShclatt. I have no idea what the fuck went on there.
923, this is the F word.
The community got riled up and they were trying to cancel Tommy because of his friendship with JShclatt. Basically, what stands want is complete control.
So is this coming? When? Where?
Over their favorite Minecraft creator. They want to treat him like a fucking doll or an action figure that they can move around and do what they want. Like, they're the puppeteers and they're the marionette dancing on the strings for him. So they wanted him to end his friendship. They were talking about how hurt they were by Tommy. I swear to God, if they found out Tommy's mom made an offensive joke in the late 80s, they would demand Tommy kill her in order to earn their forgiveness.
It's fine.
It is
I'll skip it.
How much control they want over the Minecraft content creators. I honestly don't know how more of them haven't snapped at the stands and how some of them even encourage the behavior. They get eaten alive by it. They're literally encouraging a swarm of locusts that peel their fucking flesh off at the drop of a hat over nothing. I don't know why it isn't taking a firmer stance. I understand there's not a whole lot of things you can do, and I know a lot of them do try and be responsible with the stands and like the power of it and try and point out bad behavior. But I think just a blanket statement,
no, they can't do anything.
Fucking stop standing.
Nope.
You know, just block every...
My hot take on this is that they can't do shit. They can tell them to do something that is positive. They can do anything they want. It's not about their fandom, I think, or about their admiration. It's about the feeling of power when they do something. It's about seeing the impact of what they do that actually causes something. Because probably whatever they do in real life, when they do things, it doesn't amount to fuck all nothing, and they have no power. And whatever they tweet or they retweet, damn, then let's do this. They can feel that they're moving pieces somewhere somehow, and it makes them feel empowered. I think that's the real problem.
Stan or something, like, I don't know. But it's only with Minecraft. Mr. Beast is 3 times the size of even the biggest Minecraft player, and he has none of this shit. Mr. Beast community is like the nicest on the internet. They're constantly uplifting each other, aside from the people that try and scam. But
yeah,
I mean, there's
a lot of those
though. Nowadays, like NFTs and shit. You can't do too much about that. But Mr. Beast community is significantly larger than any Minecraft community, and you don't see any of this from them. So there's clearly a way of doing it. It's just... I can tell you the way they're currently going about it, which is like encouraging it and like nodding at it, like, hey, maybe trend this on Twitter, is the wrong way of doing it. Because then you'll have shit like this happen, where a good guy like Tommy gets fucked in the ass by the community.
Okay,
it's crazy.
Okay.
But again, I'm getting sidetracked. This is actually a pretty passionate topic.
That's a poor choice of words.
It's so unhealthy both for the Minecraft player and the people that obsess over him. It's not good for any of the parties involved here at all. They're both constantly like a parasitic relationship and constantly miserable because of it. But anyway, so after this whole Twitter debacle with the JShclatt joke, Tommy had a stream, and in the stream the chat went nuts. In the stream, he asked the community to educate him on some things and just shed some light on some topics he wanted more information about. The chat was constantly calling him homophobic, questioning why he wasn't more politically active.
First mistake, dude, is asking questions. Dude,
that's his responsibility
asking questions
to be a fucking political
comes out
activist for
and
you.
make a
He's
statement
a Minecraft
these
player.
days.
He doesn't need to, you know, also go with your exact ideals on how things should be in the world.
Because when you're a streamer, if you ask questions because you don't know something, people think you're making a statement on purpose. It's backwards.
He's done everything he can to go out of his way to be as inclusive as possible to everyone from every community. I think he's an actual really good guy. And to be completely shit on, even though he's done so much for so many people, is just absolutely repugnant. The chat from some of the shit I've seen was awful. And during the stream, that's when he mentioned that the bullying on Twitter's just gotten too bad and he's getting therapy now as a way of coping with it and getting over it to try and be a happier person in light of all of this shit. And to no one's surprise, Twitter didn't lay off the gas. In fact, they used this against him, mocking him for getting therapy. Some of them even saying he has no right to get therapy. He's not a victim. The people he hurt with his friendship are the victims, and the jokes that he's made, those are the victims, not Tommy, so he doesn't deserve therapy. I wish I could find some of these tweets that I was reading, but unfortunately a lot of these cowards deleted them now after more people became aware of this awful situation they created. But it is really some of the worst things you can imagine from a community that's supposed to be all positive and all about educating Tommy on how to be a better person when they themselves are horrible people. Horrible people, the things I was reading. And then the weirdest thing is, like, I'll click on some of these and then I'll read some.
If you're feeling overwhelmed, you are privileged and face no type of oppression, but still continue to victimize yourself instead of holding.
Some of their tweets, and it's absolutely awful. It's just hateful. Like, on this one in particular, there's this tweet. I don't know if this is a joke or not.
I'm ready.
But even if it is, then you're an absolute hypocrite because you're mad at Tommy for jokes that... Anyone that participated in any of this, don't do that shit. That makes you just as bad, if not worse, than the people that actually participated, so just fucking don't. And this isn't the only account like this. This isn't the most popular tweet, obviously, from all of that. In fact, this one, I think, only ever got up to like 2K likes before it was deleted. Or if it even got deleted, I just can't find it now. All I could find was this old screenshot of it. But there were multiple accounts where you'd click on it and you'd see some truly awful vitriol where they were just spewing some genuine hateful shit. The things that they were saying they didn't like, you know, trying to spread positivity, and then you go on their actual Twitter and it's nothing but hate and negativity. Just all around, this shit made me really mad today. Like I said, I think Tommy's a good kid. I think he had a lot of success at a very young age, and I don't think he let it get to him. Like, I feel like he's not
actually, it's a hard agree.
Or anything,
I'm gonna hard agree with this.
Already a multi-millionaire with a following.
Guys, it's why all the time, okay? Guys, listen. It's why all the time people say, oh, dude, but dude, what they're doing is cringe. It's not funny. They do jokes and make me go, dude, who cares? First, humor is kind of whatever. Okay, some people like it, some people don't. Okay, depending on what's the audience. But on top of that, he's 17, man. Dude, who knows what you were doing at 17? I think they did a pretty good job for their age of what they're doing.
Like tens of millions of people constantly worshiping him. He's still able to stay level-headed. And he
better than that good when I was their age.
It's a horrible fucking place, and they bullied him off of it, and now we're mad that he's off of it. So when he left Twitter, or at least said that he wasn't going to be as active on it, Twitter fucking attacked him for that, immediately proving why he didn't want to be there anymore. Like, it's a community of people that just love to hate, and that's all they like to do. It's people that always want a constant enemy, a villain to attack. And for some reason, they choose their heroes to do it to. It makes no sense to me. This happens to Dream once a week, at least. And it's happened to other Minecraft players
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
fucking weird.
It's just crazy to me. And it's really upsetting to see it, to be honest. I think there needs to be, like, an age limit on Twitter, man. Like, you shouldn't be allowed on Twitter if you're under the age of 18. Because it is just not healthy for anybody letting kids on that platform. It is just fucking not. It's bad for everyone's mental health.
Well, I thought they possibly could selectively like move, you know, like trending stuff. But then they could do also another section, sort of, you know, like a couple of other stuff, like Twitter gaming. Like, this is all related to gaming. You fucking push it aside, man. Move it out, man. Yo, oh, Tubbo fucking dropped 3 obsidian in lava. Okay, Twitter gaming. Oh no, TommyInnit forgot to feed the cow in the field. Okay, push it down, dude. I don't give a fuck, you know.
A 18-month